Hey yo, morning guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the heights, goals, and ambitions that we've set for ourselves as well as those around us. Sorry about that. If you'd like a brief introduction, a brief summary into how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, you can check that all out in the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. With that being said, let's just dive right into the content for today. And this is the third live stream of today, so I'm just going to say two quick things as we dive into segment 2 of roughly 11 segments grouped into 3 phases per 15-minute live stream, so it won't take too much of your time. That is, first thing, you can skip ahead this introduction for every live stream. It's about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes, and dive right into the content. So it's just a brief version, especially if you're watching on YouTube, as a VOD on Twitch, on Facebook. Another thing, the second thing I had to mention is the Solve 6.5 override system override version 6.5 basically means I can use any rules. I can. It's a rule to break all rules, a system principle that says I can defy all other principles within the system, and just move all the segments and any media assets and anything, any concepts or ideas or methods as I please in order to reach the goal. So it's all about being practical, being pragmatic, and making sure that I get what needs to be done. So that being said, let's dive into it. So segment 2, phase 2, sorry, is typically broken into segments 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, where that's what you see on the screen. What you see is what you get. I'm going to maximize this a little bit right now, lower the volume a little bit. You can see that there's a lot of grocery items we need to cover, as well as a lot of equipment that we have to cover, like some recon going out there and just scouting out a bunch of things that may or may not be useful, and then some purchases that we made, as well as some education. There's some just philosophical stuff as usual. Not my content. Some of this stuff is I will give some credits over to the people who are actually responsible for some of this kind of material, and then of course after that we will get much more active, and in phase 3 we will start moving around the room, and that's, for example, that's region D1, that's region B3 down here, and we have a lot to sort out, especially the bed, and it's all about getting all the basics done so that we can start focus on the higher priority things in life, which technically we are focusing on the priorities, aren't we? Because you can't really manage life if everything within your household is a total mess. So let's get started. So phase 2, phase 2 it is. So let's start with segment 4 as usual, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull away this entire collage which you see here, and showcase just the phone, as well as where's the phone? The phone's like here. This is the other phone, and in this phone I didn't take a screenshot, but basically there's 3 recordings this morning. Once again, this is segment 4, meaning all the media assets for the Ahn Rho Project for the past 24 hours, including this live stream, which you see the title says something along the lines of um what does it say? I don't even remember what it says. Something about class 1 items and class 2 items, $35, $5 worth, something like that. um and that has to do with, again, we're going to be clearing all these groceries here, all these items, all the equipment, all the food, all the inventory, and relocating everything, as well as the bed. We're going to touch about the plans for that, including region A, 8, and 9. So that's what the live stream, a good portion of that is going to be. But the other thing is, aside from the live stream, I also have the audio recording. So this morning I got back in touch with my biological father, so my paternal predecessor, my guardian. He came in this morning. He's going to Blue Mountain, gonna be hiking with my aunt and uncle, paternal side, and the 4 of them gonna go. And so I wish them to take care and be safe and stuff like that. But in the morning he came back to me about something to do with business. So a couple, I believe, $100 or $1,000 purchase of business products that I'm going to give over to my family at the workplace, and really they have been treating me like family, but I've resigned. And so there's a little bit of back and forth there. We're just having an exchange about how just kind of catching up. Actually, it wasn't a bad thing. In fact, I'm proud of him because he actually managed to get his credit card back up to about $10,000 or so on and so forth. So his credit rating is improving substantially despite consumer proposal and bankruptcy. And so I congratulate him, says, that's great. And and I really want to leave a message after. I just wanted to after small talk and stuff like that, which I can't get too much into. Point is, take care and be safe. Have fun, go out there, have fun. With my biological mother, two of them, and my aunts and uncles, and have fun and be safe. Trying to demonstrate that I do care, and I went out there, helped him bring some water in, so he can have a lighter car and stuff like that. So that was important. That's why I took so much time talking about this. But that's segment 4 and 5, relationships, as well as the conversation covered in there. Okay, so let's move on. I also want to talk about relationships since in relationships, since we're talking about relationships. Sorry, on the right hand side panel it says searching here, so with a K there, KW I mentioned. I really have to send the confirmation, the order confirmation of that couple hundred or whatever $1,000 purchase of gift products for my family at the workplace, and forward that over to her, since she usually picks up the products. So that's something else that I need to do. Okay, we can. Okay, finally we're done that. Segment 6. Let's get into segment 6. Lower the volume a bit. So here is University of Waterloo, so my alma mater, and what you see here is a student. What's her name again? I can't find it. Melda Kizilton. Oh, I can't remember. I believe she's a first year. That's what they typed in here. I'm not sure, but the fact is, this popped up on Instagram. It just really brings me back about a decade. So she's apparently in mechatronics engineering, and you can see this whole bio. I'm not gonna read it out to you guys. The point is, I always look at this and think, man, for the people who have managed to overcome their, whatever challenges they have to face, mine have to do with a lot of domestic issues, domestic violence, a lot of narcissistic abuse, financial ruin, suicidal depression, all that kind of garbage that takes away from someone's potential, and takes away from the husband and wife as well as their kids. And so it's completely dilapidated family. I just think, and I look at her, I think, without question, she's been through a lot too. But the fact is, she's made, and at that age of 20, she's out there learning to be a mechanical, mechatronics, robotics engineer, and that's just fantastic. I think that's amazing. And so you can read the bio up here, but seems like she's a very competent and smart individual, and I hope that she has a great future. So that's kind of something that just really reminded me. So it's a bit of education there. Next thing we also have here is a Stoic reflection. So again, check out the page on Instagram. This is not my stuff. Copyright notice, not my stuff. Stoic reflections, Stoicism is like a Stoicism is this figurative father for me. This is how I basically raise myself. So the future depends on what you do today. Kind of very straightforward. I like that. It's very straight to the point. Now it is a contentious figure. I understand that people will find it controversial because Mahatma Gandhi, but the fact is, separate the words of advice from the speaker, and just take what is relevant. So with that being said, let's get rid of that now and move over to. Okay, we have some scanned items that I forgot to cover. So we have these paper towels, terrific paper towels from terrific brand paper towels from Dollarama. We had to scan these new products, right? New products that we purchased. We have this RFID blocking credit card holder, and this once again, just all these scanned, documented, so that I can actually upload it over onto the computer and then be done with it. I can just sort of reference these products whenever I need to do a review on, say, I don't know, Yelp or whatever. Now, this is not food, but you get the idea. Now, yesterday I also covered the cards that I purchased, and I scanned those as well. I'm going to upload them onto the computer, onto the laptop, which you see right there. So, okay, moving on. Now we have about 7 mass screenshots. So this one is covers almost 140 photographs at least. You can see the before after image of region H in the kitchen, which I talked about already, region H1. And so this is yesterday's content that we covered in detail, or this morning's content, and so that's done with. You can also see that there's a bunch of photographs of downloads of videos on narcissistic abuse, from both sides, a grandiose NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, so on and so forth, covert CPTSD or complex hypervigilance, all that kind of stuff, as well as some just humorous shit, just some comedy, unsafe sets by Andrew Schultz. So all that kind of stuff is down here downloaded, and then we can see also the philosophical quotes for the yesterday that I used to talk a little bit about once again. So that's sort of what we covered already. So let's move on to here. We have these once again covered yesterday. This morning, I think we have the Ontario Advisory Board on COVID-19. You see all the graphs, all the numbers here. It's starting to increase again. We're at this trough, but it's starting to increase. A Delta variant, or the Indian coronavirus, that's a split hybrid of 3 different strains, is driving the fourth wave. And again, whether you believe that or not is entirely up to you. Maybe you believe it's some government conspiracy or whatever. That's fine. All right. The fact is, this is what's it's showing right there, and I'm pretty sure that practically speaking means we're going to lockdown again. You also see a bunch of stuff here. The Christmas card that I received, as well as the email on the business. I have a new renewal fee annually. The Christmas card is actually something that actually you have to put some money inside and give back to, not give back, but to my colleagues, but so on and so forth. The library as well. So it's just all this kind of stuff that we covered in the previous live stream, as well as the Toronto Public Library. I believe renewing my card. Yeah, renewing my library card. So that's that. This batch snapshot here is actually new stuff. Finally, we only have 3 minutes, so we're probably have to run a 4th live stream today. That's crazy. But basically, this is more recon. So you can see at the very bottom there is the class 2 items of food that I received. So there's that salad, that rotisserie chicken with a sauce, and then we have the COVID vaccination charts complete in here too. But above that, you have all these terrific towels, which I was scanning out at the doing a recon, just scouting out at a dollar store. You can see some sports equipment above, like socks, compression socks, some work gloves that are latex covered, all that kind of stuff, safety equipment, as well as on the bottom left hand side, that kind of like a duster, which we'll talk about in the 4th live stream today. So it's gonna be like half an hour after this stream ends, and this stream ends in like 5 minutes or so. I mean, like 3 minutes or so. So next kind of batch snapshot, you can see all these cards here for special occasions, birthdays. Like I said, the main ones were, I want to give one from me to the family who is experiencing probably a loss, a very difficult loss of the grandfather. And again, this is the family who is really taking me in, and I resigned, but I do want to, I hope that they're going to do better. I want to do what I can for them. Okay, moving on, we see at the very bottom face shields. We don't face shields are totally useless, but anyways, that's that. I just figured that I might cover it's black, so it's something that I might buy. I see at the very top there, also some Cheetos macaroni. I thought that was interesting, because like Cheetos mac and cheese, that's interesting. I might buy that in the future. Oh shit, like a minute and a half. So now we see also on screen this kind of receipts laden burst snapshot. I'm going to cover both of them at the same time because I can't maximize it, obviously, because of the receipts. You can see that there's just what do I see here? That so obviously there's 5 places I visited. If you see in the title, I went to 5 different places. One is SNS Mart, one is No Frills, one is Shoppers Drug Mart, SNS Mart, Dollarama, which is dollar store, No Frills, and I believe one last one, Shoppers. I'm not sure. So basically, that's like 5 different places, and there are 5 different receipts, so you can see all of them here. It's ridiculous. So you can see the cookies, the crackers, not cookies, crackers. You see the paper towels that are on sale. I did not purchase that. You see the RFID blockers at the very top, which I did purchase. You see these Cheetos chips at the very bottom, 2 for $5. Horrible for my health, but I bought it anyways because it was like junk food that I was like into, and I was like, basically it was on sale. That was the main reason why. And you see the cookies once again, and from Oreo. So it's like, man, the most unhealthy shit in the world, on the planet. I'm not taking care of my health, man. So that's the last screenshot right here. We got 30 seconds left. Crazy. All right, take a look here, and you can see. Oh yeah. Here's the Dollarama. You can see that in the middle there's dead center, kind of like a panel shot of the shopping mall, being able to go through everything. But you see once again the cards at the top, the headlamps. I didn't purchase anything that, neither did I purchase those like phone pouches and cases or whatever. And at the very bottom, the wind chimes from that Chinese store, and a dummy camera. So that's it. Oh, we're supposed to go to phase 3, but we'll have to continue this into the 4th live stream. So I'll see you in half an hour, or immediately after this live stream ends. We'll see what happens. This is Ahn Rho signing out. I'll see you very soon, and we've got a lot to cover in the next live stream. Ciao.